I told you she talks $1 million an hour.
I
Gotten easier for you yet?
Hey, Jared, can you come to Cindy's office? Jared to Cindy's office, not emergency, but we appreciate it.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Brian Winnekins from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair, and welcome as we begin our 2026 live video streaming coverage of the dairy, beef, and swine shows, and also the livestock auctions, not only from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair, but also from the Dunn County Fair, the Buffalo Pepin County Fair, and the Pierce County Fair this year. And this morning, we're starting off with the Swine Show, and we will be getting things underway shortly here in just a couple minutes. So stick around as we are getting ready for today's Swine Show. Throughout the Swine Show today, we're going to be chatting with not only the fairs to the fairs from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair, but also we're going to be talking with one of the special exhibitors here at the Swine Show, Owen King, who is doing something special for his best friend, who he lost last year. His best friend passed away, and she's doing something special this year with the Swine Show. And we're going to be talking with Owen King here coming up this morning as well. He's showing today, obviously, in the Swine Show, but we hope to be, he said he should be able to have a little bit of time to come up and talk about what he's doing with his project during the livestock auction. We hope you can attend that on Thursday night and help Owen out with his project and what he wants to do to honor his best friend who passed away last year. So we're going to be doing that in a lot of different...
For those who are inquiring, the live stream has been shared to the Facebook page. So if you have any other families, members, or friends who aren't able to join us today in person, or if you're watching from the barns, feel free to check out the Facebook page and watch the Swine Show. Our judges have arrived. We do have two today. It is a father-daughter pair here, so we're excited to give one some more experience as well as welcome the father back to the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. We'll do some introductions in a little bit, as well as have the national anthem sung by Abby Sikora. Just letting those know in the Ellie Phillips building right now, the microphones have been shut off in the beef and dairy buildings. So if you are a multi-species exhibitor, make sure that you are listening either to the microphone, watching the live stream, or knowing if you are coming in to show an animal yourself. The microphone has been shut off to the dairy and beef buildings.
Again, we'll be getting our live video streaming coverage with the Swine Show. Will be starting here in just a couple minutes. And throughout the day, we'll also be thanking our video streaming sponsors as well. We'll be talking about those folks throughout the day. Please thank them, reach out to them, drop them an email, give them a phone call, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting our video streams. Without their help, we couldn't do this. So please thank all of our sponsors. We'll talk about them throughout the day. And those of you watching on our Facebook Live feed, in the comments section, let us know where you're watching from. We're nosy. I'm nosy. We always enjoy that. So please let us know where you're watching the video stream from. If you're watching on our Facebook page at WRDN 1430 AM stereo and 107.3 FM, put it in the comments section. Let us know where you're watching from today.
If I can have everyone's attention, making the welcome and official announcement to our judge. Can I have everyone's attention, please? Thank you. I would like to welcome our judge, Tim Rake, as well as his daughter, Sam, who is joining us today. We do have two judges that are be working together to doing all the exposition judging themselves, but they are both hired to join us today as Sam is earning some credentials here just to experience as well as working with her dad. So we want to welcome them both to the show ring. If we can do that first. And now I'd like to do a special introduction to Abigail Sikora to give us, if everyone can stand and rise for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly gleaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Abigail. We're going to do a couple of last-minute things here, and we will start our swine exposition.
Again, watching live video streaming coverage of the 2026 Swine Show from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. I'm Brian Winnekins from Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. Thank you for joining us today. And we'd like to say thank you to some of our sponsors as well. Alcivia Co-op, a leading member-owned agriculture fuel cooperative serving Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Illinois. Visit alcivia.com. Also, Security Financial Bank, Durand, River Falls, Eau Claire, Ladysmith, Bloomer, and Black River Falls, where electronic banking is easy. Visit sfbank.com for more information. Sundstrom and Company of Durand, your local tax experts. It's time to get ready to plan for end-of-year taxes. Give Sundstrom a call at 715-672-4425 or visit their website as well to schedule an appointment. And Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, and Dunn Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank
Good morning, everyone. I welcome
broadcasts.
you to the Swine Show of 2026. Our first class will be Class 1, or ultra lightweight class, with hogs ranging from 209 to 229. And this will be our gilt class. So will the first class exhibitors please bring their hogs to the ring? And for the second class, you should be getting your animals ready. I hope everyone's doing well this morning.
Starting out with our gilts, Class 1, the ultra lightweights, 209 to 229 on our weights. And those of you watching again on our Facebook page, drop us a comment and tell us where you're listening and watching from, because I'm nosy. And we always like to find out where people are watching our video streams from. Over the years, it's been really all over the country. And so we're trying to find out who's the farthest away watching.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen and children. I'm Brian from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. This is my first summer going solo as your executive director. And I just wanted to take this moment to thoroughly thank everybody here for their commitment, for their financial investments, and for the Animal Olympics of Animal Husbandry. That's the way I characterize this. This is just a joy for me to see how these animals are treated, and it's a very representative example of the passion and the love that you all have. So I'd like to give yourselves a round of applause for the effort and for your enthusiasm. And I also want to take a moment to thank all the volunteers. I know what a Herculean effort this is in order to pull these types of events off. I really do. I know the scope and the depth of that commitment as well, in terms of time, in terms of emotion, in terms of fiscal. So again, one more round of applause and I will get out of everybody's way. Thank you.
Again, as we start our show, we want to welcome Tim Rake and his daughter, Sam. I apologize. His daughter, Sam. I apologize for getting that name wrong there. Welcome them to the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Tim was here last year. He did an excellent job. We invited him back, and he brought a +1 with him, too. So we appreciate them both judging our show.
All right, we're underway here with our swine show at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. And joining us right now, Brian Mackey. He's the executive director of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. All right, you are you ready to go?
There is no choice in the matter, Brian. It's now or never, buddy. And of course, I have an abundance of energy and anxiety, but with people like you by my side, I feel very confident.
Today is technically not a fair day, but a lot of setup. But we are having a lot of activities. But really, this Coliseum, the Custer Coliseum, I told your predecessor, Rusty, is there any way we can put this on wheels and then I can take it to Dunn County? And, because I got air conditioning, I'm high up, but this facility is so nice for these exhibitors.
Well, I'll tell you what, kudos to the Custer family. You talk about being honored and thrilled and very humbled. What a remarkable commitment. And we're just delighted. And, my first year here at the fair, we've had several events here, like, for instance, the Chai High Extravaganza. We've had the Chippewa Valley Bee Expo. We've had a variety of graduations and weddings. I mean, it just keeps going on down the line. As a matter of fact, for Barbecue Fest, we had a nice little event in here, and the community is finally recognizing and getting educated on what a great facility this is, and all of our buildings, of course.
Talking with Brian Mackey, he's executive director of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. I know that with costs associated with coming to the fair and all of that, the fair board and yourself, you've been very cognizant of that and trying to find ways to make it easier. And there are ways now for people to get like 5-day passes and that sort of thing to make it a little bit more affordable and to be able to come back more than once.
Yeah, absolutely. For instance, now, here it is on Tuesday. And Quick Trip, which is a great partner of ours, they have our car load Quick Trip days, or day, I should say. And that starts on Thursday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. But you have to go to Quick Trip, go to that service counter, and ask for that Northern Wisconsin State Fair car load coupon with Quick Trip. And as many seatbelts as people have in their vehicles, that's as many seatbelts we can have.
We don't need no seatbelts. Just no. I'm just, I did say that. I'm going to say, well, does that count for a pickup truck? How many can I fit in the bed? Will that work?
No, unfortunately not. No shuttles, please.
Just saying, I mean, if, I got a 3/4 ton, I could load that baby up. I got a cover on it. They just got to sit low, right? But that is something, the partnership with Quick Trip, these 5-day passes that you've been offering, things like that, the some of the other special events, the wristbands and all that. These are ways you are trying to find ways to make it affordable.
Well, and again, if you go out to the Northern Wisconsin State Fair website, we have our ride all day packages, both with just the rides themselves and then the ride all day package with the admission as well. I mean, when you get to the gate, if you're just buying right at the gate, it's $15 to get in. But of course, we got a ton of free entertainment once you get inside as well, local entertainment and national entertainment. But what I want to express to you, Brian, is that when you compare that with like $40.50 online, here's the deal, is that you're halfway with the admission price, and then you can ride all day unlimited. So there's the value.
So again, you can check that. You can still check that out at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair website. And also, you mentioned the entertainment. We do have some pretty good entertainment here coming up.
Oh, absolutely. On Wednesday night, we have Sawyer Brown. And on Thursday night, we have Rival 5 opening for Hairball. Friday night is Uncle Cracker opening for Sugar Ray. And then, of course, the granddaddy of them all, 38 Special on Saturday night on the Line and Kugel's main stage. But, that's not to be confused with the Liney's Lodge tent nor the Line and Kugel's Pavilion, because we've got a lot of great local bands, award-winning bands as well, joining us.
Again, talking with Brian Mackey.
Well, thank you for welcoming us back again. We sure look forward to coming back to the beautiful fair here, and a nice day to have a hog show here. So just introduce my daughter here today. She's the brains behind our show pig operation back home, and has graduated at that level and has more experience than I would say in credentials and judging and going to Denver and yield carcass value and all that. So it's not just my opinion today, it's ours. So I going to give her the credit where it's deserved, and we work really good together and have done this before. So I could tell the intensity already from the kids and the fireballs and laser beams and the confidence already that they worked on from last year. But that's the best part of being a pig, just letting them be pigs, and we're at our county fair. So we'll get into that, but showmanship, this is part of the show. You can't plan a good time. So showmanship starts right now, and
we pick up on a lot of these little things on a serious side of things, where the confidence when you come out of that gate, in respect of the other people when they're coming into the ring, and just to stay back behind, we'll work through these very easily as we go and give the kids the respect of time as they're given, and we'll evaluate the best we can. So we came to a pretty conclusion on our first class here. There's no benefits, guilt. Well, these are all market gilts. So the young man in the middle here with the painted up gilt here literally is going to be our class winner. She just has that extra power that we're looking for. Good job, bud. We're going to keep it real with a fist bump here today. So we're not going to work these overwork them, and it's going to get hotter as we go. But we thought this hog really had the look that we were looking for, that shot of bone, the stoutness. She's a little bit on her rear legs just to keep everything in check, but there's a lot going on right here with this hog. You get on top of her, she's going to have an incredible carcass value. That was a very easy class winner for us here today. And second's going to be a young lady with the Hampshire appearing gilt. Just got outpowered here today, and really like the way that the kids have worked on their skin and hair. It really gets her head up and drives. With the confidence on keeping them out in the ring it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work back in her front yard. You wear out a lot of whips between you and a pig, and then all of a sudden you get thrown into a show ring, and we're having a circus and a runaround party here. But no, that was our second place one here, and to go into third is our other black belted pig here. She was second, sorry. Right here on the other black belted pig. For our third in class, just had a little extra stoutness, a little bit more muscle pattern compared to our next two pigs down the line. We thought this was our fourth one here, and if we can just really open up that rib shape. Good job, young lady. Love the way the skin and the hair that you worked really hard on your project, and you hit us out of the gates with those confidence and fireballs and laser beams, we call it, like you're having fun doing that. That's our farm name, so you're having fun, I'm having fun. You might not win today right now in the first class, but in our last place here, just got outpowered, and we need to work on that muscle expression and the rib shape on the top, strengthen her out in her base width, and keep everything together till we start working up into these fighting weights to get into our ideal market size that we're looking for. So great class to start, and appreciate the warm welcome. Darn little button.
For our Class 1 ultra lightweight class, our first blue goes to Brandon Wicken, and our second blue goes to Isabella Sandy. Let's give them a round of applause. Our next class is our true first market weight class, and this is going to be for hogs weighing from 230 to 237 pounds. We're going to be letting them into the ring, and our next class that's on deck will be our Class 3 with hogs weighing from 238 to 264 pounds.
Watching continuing video coverage of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Swine Show. I'm Brian Winnikins from WRDN. We continue our conversation with Brian Mackey. He's the executive director of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Brian, as a kid growing up, did you ever do something like this?
No, I'm from the Iron Range of Minnesota, which basically is in the northeastern part in the Arrowhead region. So it's iron mining and tourism up there. There's a few county farms, but not that many. So that's why I enjoy coming down here, because it's such a great release. Who does not love being around animals, especially animals treated to this level? I always characterize this as the Animal Olympics of animal husbandry.
So growing up as a kid, I got to do this. You were loading 16 tons every day in the mine?
And swinging shovels and pushing brooms, buddy.
But you mentioned this when they were doing the judging part of it, when the judge was talking. This is the highlight for you, isn't it?
It absolutely is, and I can't wait for the Meat Animal Program auction on Thursday night. I'm really looking forward to that. And we just continue right on down the road here. And I just love cruising through the barns and seeing all the animals.
Those of you watching on our video stream at our Facebook page, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We're seeing Mondovi checking in, Augusta, Lake Wissota, Beaver Dam as well. So Beaver Dam right now is in the lead of being the farthest away from Chippewa Falls, watching our video stream. So let us know where you're watching from today. You mentioned the livestock auction on Thursday night. One of our exhibitors here for the Hog Show, Owen King, he lost his best friend last year, who was another swine exhibitor. And he's doing something pretty special for the livestock show. We're going to talk with him, but he's started a foundation for scholarships for his best friend. that really says something about these exhibitors, doesn't it?
Well, not only the exhibitors, Brian, but certainly the families and all the stakeholders, the kids, in this whole concentric circle of people knowing each other. It's just been a remarkable thing to witness last night when Owen got up in front of everybody and essentially handed out those commemorative patches. It was a really bittersweet moment, just in terms of taking a pause and a break in the action and a moment to commemorate, to respect. But then this young man is just amazing in terms of the energy and his emotion and his enthusiasm for this endeavor. It's very, very humbling to witness.
Again, that livestock auction, we'll have video streaming coverage of that as well on Thursday night. But what Owen's doing is basically the proceeds from his auction sale are going to start a scholarship foundation to remember his friend Stanley Lang from the Duncan Creek 4-H Club in New Auburn, FFA. I think that's pretty cool. We're going to try to talk with Owen as well here during the Swine show as well. He's very busy. He's actually getting ready into the next class here to come on out. So hopefully we'll have a chance to talk with Owen as well coming up in just a bit. But boy, this is, and you know, we're talking about all of the animals and all the exhibits and all that. You know, we do have to mention there's all that great fair food too.
Oh my goodness, I'll tell you what, we have turkey legs and we have roasted fired corn. We have gluten-free. We have Oreos, deep-fried Oreos on a stick. I tell you what, Brian, it's just limitless and it's bottomless, and that's what I plan on intending to have lunch today. I'm looking forward to it.
I am not going to be eating healthy, and I don't care. Because if I can have something, I don't care what it is, deep fried, I'm having it. I'm going to tell you what. I'm looking forward to all of the different fair food as well. Well, we'll probably talk with you here over the next few days as well. I know you have a lot of things to get ready, to get set up, and he's been on the phone left and right here in between stuff, and it's like, so we'll let you get back to work. But Brian, again, thank you very much to yourself and the fair board for allowing us to be here, because it is a lot of work even for the fair to get stuff. You know, you're sending in me audio lines and internet lines, and you're having to send them from the other end of the Coliseum and that sort of thing. And so thank you very much for allowing us to do this. I know there's a lot of folks that do enjoy these video streams to be, if they can't attend, especially if they're out of state. But again, thank you very much for letting us be here.
It's been an honor and a privilege, Brian. I really appreciate the opportunity, and hello to all your listeners, and we'll see you at the fair.
All right, come on out and join us here at the fair. We're going to continue our video streaming coverage. That's Brian Mackey, again, from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair, the new executive director, Rusty. He's doing a pretty darn good job if you're watching this video stream, just saying. And again, those of you watching, let us know where you're watching from on our Facebook page. You can put it in the comments. Again, right now, the farthest away from Chippewa Falls, that's the contest here so far is Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, but I know that there were some folks from Nebraska that were going to be watching later today. They just haven't officially checked in yet. We're at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. I'm Brian Winnikins here in WRDN.
All right. I think these sorted themselves out pretty good. We got our top two out here that we thought were our easy class winners. We kept four just to bring back and look and compare a little bit as we got down on our bottom side that we'll talk each one in respect to come into our Chippewa County Fair here today. We both agreed really good that our chromed up gilt here is going to be our class winner. Just has that little extra shot of, congratulations, bud. And our white appearing gilt's going to be second. We just thought this gilt offer a little bit more to the table, a little extra base width, a little extra top shape. So when you see us get behind the hogs, we're really seeing how we track our soundness, not just on our feet and legs, but when you put that much in motion, we really want to see that extra gear sometimes actually drive. She might be a little sounder, not because she walks faster, but when you look at the angles on these hogs and everything, when we square up that hip, and everything, it comes down to just a shot extra rib shape, a shot extra stoutness. We'd like to clean up her front end just a little bit, but as a breeder, it's hard to put that all together. But love the skin and hair, and good job. We'll see you in the grand drive. The young man in second here hit us right out of the gate. That was an easy one to come back and look. Love the look. A little shot of bone for a gilt. That for a light cross, that skin and hair, you did an awesome job. Boy, it's intimidating coming back. Like there were some kids that were listening that were like, boy, we stare this guy down and we start to sell ourselves on a confidence standpoint that we might have a shot. But I love to see that right out of the gate, and we haven't even got to showmanship yet. Third place barrel, really liked the extension, the look, and everything. It's deceiving with a paint job. Sometimes we go over the board a little bit from the steer show to the hog show here today, and it doesn't blend as natural as it could. If we would have kept this one maybe a little raw, it would have been a little more deceiving, but love the balance and the look and everything. That was just a little bit more, but it definitely had to be in the top three. Want to loosen up her frame a little bit and put extra little flesh on her. Just a little harder made. It was struggling on her rear wheels. So those top three sorted themselves very close on a lot of little things. But when I get to evaluate that with my expert hog judge here today, it comes out pretty easy. And she helps make the decisions a lot easier. So this young man here, we really liked and loved on the skin and hair standpoint. On the confidence side, just wanted to balance her out a little bit on that top line. Keep those wheels together, give her a shot more base width and rib shape. But great job showing. Can't wait to see you come back. Moving on down the line, we can just bring them out and we'll talk them again real quick. It was just hard to move up into the class where this one we just had to peel a little trim off of her. Good job, young man. I love to see the skin and hair and the work that goes into these projects, but a great gilt that we just needed to widen out in her pin set. The young one here, we're working on some soundness issues on her feet and legs, put a shot of air and maybe in those front tires a little bit and kicking those rear wheels around. And then we just get in a little over condition on the chromed up barrel and chromed up gilt. And young lady probably wins the class just on skin and hair and confidence. So keep up the good work and let's look at our next class.
Got it. Thank you very much. For our class 2 with hogs weighing from 230 to 237 pounds, Landon Stark was our first blue, and our second blue goes to Jordan Lang. Let's give them a round of applause. Our next class has hogs weighing anywhere from 238 to 264 pounds, and they should have their animals to the ring. And on deck class is class 4 with hogs weighing from 265 to 278 pounds. And again, a reminder, these are our gilt classes.
Watching continuing video stream coverage of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Swine Show. I'm Brian Winnekins from WRDN Radio in Durant. Thank you for joining us. Again, let us know in the comments section if you're watching on our Facebook feed where you're watching from. Let us know. We'd like to find out. We're always looking for the one farthest away. And right now I have Adeline Frank. She is the fairest of the fair with Northern Wisconsin State Fair, along with Taryn Close. She's the first attendant. And Adeline and Taryn, thanks for joining us. Adeline, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, hello. My name is Adeline Frank, and I'm your 2026 Northern Wisconsin State Fair Fairest of the Fair attendant. I was born and raised in Bloomer. I have never missed a Northern Wisconsin State Fair since I was born. It's just something that I love. When I aged out of showing animals, I showed hogs all throughout 4-H and my time in FFA as well. I just wasn't ready to give up the fair, and this was my next step. I get to interact with the youth. I get to interact
While the
with the community and just spread my
competition
love of the fair.
intensifies in the ring here, I want to give out some appreciation and thank yous to those who help make our fair happen, help make our swine show happen, and help make our year-round discussions planning the fair happen. My name is Cindy, and I work for the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Association office, and I work in the office year-round. I'm blessed to have a year-round job for the fair, but really, truly, who make the shows happen along with our team at the fairgrounds office is those that are volunteers. Jared is our species department lead here, Jared Hilgert. I also want to give a shout out to his employer, which is Buyers Bar. I give employers a shout out just because we utilize the employees throughout the week here, and the employers and the supporters definitely support and encourage their employees to be involved. Obviously, Jared's a little more unique in his employer, but we do appreciate him being here, contributing the whole week, as well as his assistance year round. So we can give Jared a round of applause for all of his help. Additionally, we have some amazing mentors around the ring here, as well as inside. Those being our ag teachers and agriculture instructors, FFA advisors. Shout out here to Mrs. Jackie Johnson at the table. We have Mr. Keith Becker at the table as well here. In the ring, we have Mr. Darren Swartz, Mrs. Gina Bergen, and Mr. Jordan Dunnerbauer. Giving some shout outs here to the town, I should have said where they're from. Mrs. Johnson from Bloomer, Mr. Swartz from Bloomer, Mrs. Bergen from Chippewa Falls, Mr. Becker from Cadott, and Mr. Dunnerbauer from Stanley Boyd. We can have a round of applause for them. If your family or exhibitors are part of FFA or 4-H programs, you obviously know the importance of these leaders in the school year, but obviously year-round as well. And many of these are not on contract this summer, many of our teachers here, so we appreciate them, whether they are not, knowing that they contribute many hours to the success of our fairs. Also, we have ring help, including Chris King, Brent Wicken, Jeremy Marr, and Steve Meyer. They are also parents of exhibitors, so they are wearing multiple hats through this fair week. But I do want to give a shout out and appreciation for wearing those hats to help make us do what we do so well. You can give them a round of applause. And last but not least is Lisa Marie Photography. She's been amazing to come back to the fair each year. She is hired by the Meat Animal program of the fair, so she is paid to be here, but she is excellent in what she does. And within the week or two after fair dates, we will provide the link to all Meat Animal program members to download any photos for free. So she is a hired photographer, but she's a professional photographer. She does what she does well, what you see her doing right now, and she does give all the photos full rights for free after the fair. Thank you, Lisa.
Again, continuing our conversation with Adeline Frank, Fairs of the Fair, and Taryn Close as well with the Fairs of the Fair program. Now, Adeline, you mentioned you showed hogs. For those watching, what's the judge looking for? Because I've had some folks say, what do they look for? They all look the same to me other than maybe the color. So what are they looking for?
You never really know. Every judge is a little bit different. Some judges like a lot of muscle definition throughout the whole hog. A lot of them look for a hog that's symmetrical through the front and the back, meaning that their butt isn't any wider than their shoulders. We've had judges who look for a lot of bacon on a pig.
Well, I mean, I can see that. That makes, I love bacon too.
Yeah, we've had some judges who like a little more conditioning, meaning a little less muscle coverage over the top. You just never really know. And like the judges said, if you've heard him, he's also looking at showmanship. So he's looking at how these kids interact with the people around them, how they interact with their animal, how they show. If they look like they know what they're doing and they've worked with their animal all year.
Okay, so you're out there, your pig decides to run around the ring because it wants to show off. What do?
Stay calm. Don't cut anybody else off. Don't run after your pig. Just be polite to everybody around you. It's an animal. You can't control it. The judge knows that. You know that. So part of being a good showman is to just stay calm and follow your pig and try to pick up where you left off.
Talking with Adeline Frank and Terrelyn Close, and we're going to get Terrelyn in here. I'm going to have you switch here real quick. Terrelyn, thanks for joining us. Tell us where you're from.
I'm from Cadott.
Okay, and what made you decide to run for Fairs of the Fair?
Just like Adeline said, like I've been showing pigs ever since I could. I've been involved in 4-H ever since I could start, FFA, and also I just really, this is a time to give back to our fair and to really represent it. And I had always seen the Fairs of the Fairs walking around when I was, showing back in the day. And I just thought this was a really good opportunity to try something new and to represent the fair.
Okay, so what was it like out in that ring showing those pigs?
It was so fun. I aged out, but this is my last year in the state level.
Okay, and, was staying calm, or how did you don't know who the judge is, so how do you get ready for this? Again, talking with Adeline, okay, well, some judges like more bacon, or they want more, muscle, so how do you get ready? How do you prepare for that if you don't know who the judge is?
Just getting them ready how we think, how we want our animals to look. Obviously, the judge is going to go out there. They're going to be looking for their thing. I just wanted to have a good quality pig that I thought was up to good standard, and that somebody could look at and think that it was a good representation of the program.
Dan talking with Terilyn Close. She's first attendant with the Fairest of the Fair program, along with Adeline Frank, the Fairest of the Fair. Okay, so did you ever have your project decided this wasn't a show for a judge, this was the pig races, and you had to go chasing down a pig?
Yes, actually, one of my first years showing, my pig did go on the run, and you just kind of walk after it. You stay really calm. You put a smile on your face, and you just can't wait for the class to be done.
How important is it to keep eye contact with the judge?
In showmanship, it is very important. You always want to be the last one to be making eye contact. You are holding eye contact till that judge is done looking at you.
And how important is it to make multiple passes in front of that judge?
For showmanship, I like to do a triangle, so I like to give a front look, a side view, and a butt view, and you just keep doing that pattern, obviously without cutting everybody off, being respectful of everybody's space, but also showing off your animal the best that you can.
Well, ladies, again, we appreciate you joining us. We'll probably talk with you as well later on this week. I know you got a lot of things you got to get ready, but thank you for joining us this morning during the Swine Show. And again, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Farthest away is what we're looking for. I guess the closest is for Brock, who says, I'm watching on my phone from the cattle barn. Well, good luck on the
great
shows
third
coming up
class
tomorrow,
here that they
Brandon.
come out and they hit us out of the gate
Rock
right away
solid.
where they had to go back in for a final look. It came down to a closer pair than we probably envisioned, but we talked them through pretty good. That just made sense. We decided the black gilt's going to be our class winner. That just gives us that extra look. Not just on that side of things, it's just a little leaner. Love the skin and the hair on this one as well, and I'm a sucker for stoutness and bone, but just has that little extra extension. And boy, if you had that extra gear with her to want to drop her hip and drive, you got a scary hog right there that I'd want to take home and breed myself. The gilt in second just has a little extra cover on her. We'd like to peel a little bit off her as far as being just a little, I don't like the word fat, a little over-conditioned. I'm a married man living with all women, so I got to be careful with my words. But when it comes down to a hog show and evaluating market carcass valuation, great job on the skin and hair. I love the mass and the power that really hits you on the side view going, man, do you go with the power hog that just has a lot of that extra punches that one don't have versus this? But we want to see a little bit more extension out of that front end. Probably a little bigger legged and just deeper bodied and rib shaped, but we just got to peel a little bit off of her to compete any higher there. Great set of two gilts to start this class, so I commend you both. This gilt here as well hit us out of the gate. Is a little bit more of a moderate frame package. So it has everything that we want, is just down a little bit. If we put an extra rib on her, brought her up an extra inch or two, but a lot of hog packed into that hog right there. And on the genetic side of things with the crossbreds, when you're breeding, this might be more of a southern style. In the Midwest, these hogs got to grow in the frame size and everything. And I love the power hogs with the stoutness and the bone and the color, and the cheetah side was like, dang it, that's a really good one we couldn't move up any higher than that one today. But we'll see you again, young lady. Good job. The red gilt, this young lady is showing more red hogs that I could dream of raising, let alone breeding, that makes us look smart. And when this red gilt came out, it's like we just the view, and I told her on a demolition derby, she's just the last one standing. And you look at that view and it keeps everything together. We had a little bit more on that top shape, and maybe crisp that back up a little bit, but has all the proportions that we're looking like, maybe a little bit more base width. But I love the work and the hard work on everything on that gilt, young lady. Great job and a really tough cast. Again, as we move down, it's just a little bit more structural problems. We wanted to peel a little bit off of this one, work on the skin and hair a little bit on some things at home, but I love the mass and the power in the bone and everything. We just got to stretch her out a little bit and widen her base and fine-tune her, compete up any higher. The black gilt as well. The black hogs are getting to be really cool now, and we just need to clean up her front end a little bit. It's turning more of a feeding games where they have all the pieces to make that batch of cookies we call, where now it's fine-tuning and maybe working with your breeders on, we lower her protein a little bit, maybe clean up her front end, then we could get up in the top 3-4 hogs. But again, I could tell she had some health issues and worked really hard to get her in the ring here today, and I wish you luck, young lady. And the last one here just got outpowered. We need to see more muscle. We need to see more top shape. I love the frame and the growth on this kind of hog, but to compete on that higher end of that class, great set of gilts we had to evaluate there. Now we're getting into some fighting weights. Pretty excited to see what we got now.
For our class 3 with hogs weighing from 238 to 264 pounds, our first blue goes to Aubrey King and our second blue goes to Olivia Overgard. Let's give them a big round of applause. Our next class up is class 4 of the gilts, and these hogs range from 265 to 278 pounds. So they should be in the ring now. And on deck is our class 5 with hogs ranging from 278 to 289 pounds. I would also like to take a time to recognize a few of our sponsors, and I'll be doing so during this morning. We're going to start by recognizing LeGrander's Cheese, Security Financial Bank, and Dirk's Farm Beef. So let's thank them and give them a round of applause.
Watching continuing live video stream coverage of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Swine Show. I'm Brian Winnikins from Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. Thank you for watching this morning. Those of you watching on our Facebook page, let us know in the comments section where you're watching from. Always interested to find out where folks are watching from. So far, Beaver Dam, still the farthest away from Chippewa Falls. Thank you to our video streaming sponsors, including Compeer Financial, a member-owned farm credit cooperative serving and supporting agriculture in rural communities. Visit Compeer.com for more information. Bluff Country Feed and Seed, your hometown feed and seed supplier serving Mondovi, Duranda, Leva, Arcadia, and the surrounding area with nutrition consultation, feed and forage sampling, feed delivery, seed needs, and more. Visit BluffCountryFS.com. O'Galley Cheese Factory. Visit O'Galley Cheese Factory for all of your snacking needs, featuring cheese, locally made beef sticks, sausages, and more. O'Galley Cheese Factory, open 7 days a week, Highway 25 Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their website, and tell them thank you for supporting our video stream broadcasts. Without their help, we wouldn't be here at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. The Wisconsin Pork Association gave us some swine trivia, so we'll be doing that as well here this morning. All right, our first question here, and it's multiple choice. I like those type of questions. How long does it take for a pig to reach market size? Again, how long does it take for a pig to reach market size? Is it 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, or 8 months? Let you think about that. We'll give you that answer here coming up. But we have a new leader. We have a new leader in how far away from Chippewa Falls? Hi, Amy, and she's in Grand Island, Nebraska. Hi, Amy. Thank you for watching. I'm not sure how far you are from Surprise, Nebraska, but if you're close to Surprise, Nebraska, my colleague, Susan Littlefield, is in Surprise, and she's one of the captains of the fire department there. So I don't know how close Grand Island, Nebraska is to Surprise, but so Amy's now the new leader. Nebraska is the new leader. Grand Island, Nebraska, farthest away from Chippewa Falls. Let us know in the comments section if you're watching on Facebook today at our Facebook page at WRDN 1430 AM stereo and 107.3 FM. Our answer to the trivia question from Wisconsin Pork Association. How long does it take for a pig to reach market size? Was it 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, or 8 months? It's 6 months. This is class 4 of our gilts, by the way, 265 to 278 pounds earlier today. And our class 1 ultra lightweights, Brandon Wicken took first blue, Isabella Sand took second. Class 2, the lightweight, 230 to 237. First blue, Landon Stark, and second blue, Jordan Lang. And in class 3, 238 to 264 pounds, first blue went to Aubrey King. Second blue went to Olivia Overgaard. Oh, wow, we have a brand new leader. This one just popped up. David is watching in Cornwall, England. Well, that's definitely the leader now. Cornwall, England. David, congratulations. You're the leader here farthest away from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, watching our video stream this morning so far. But let us know where you're watching from here with our video streams. David, I'm not sure if... you're enjoying some of the World Cup as well out in England or not, but the U.S. lost last night. It was just terrible.
Awesome classic gilts here. You can tell when one hits you out of the gate that you just needs to come back out for a final look. And these two girls definitely deserve that right. And it was a closer call than you might look. And what it comes down to is evaluation on that top view coming and going on really how much power hog is there. And when you put it in motion, the little things that do or don't that make a difference. And when we're at this close, we thought this young man right here had the gilt that just had to win here today. Russia could bust her out a little bit, but boy, you put her into motion, it's hard to poke a hole in her. that's a really good gilt that we want to see come back for the Grand Drive. I love that look. It's chiseled just right, and that front end extension with that shot of bone and frame size. And that second gilt is just painted in a different package, and it's closer than it might appear ringside. On really how much hog is there when you compare them and you get on top of them. But they both have the true rib shape that we like. They have the right proportions in the bone and the look. The paint job sometimes gets a little deceiving, so we could lay off that a little bit. It'll make things easier, and you won't be dancing with the steer show for some reason. It's getting out of control with the crayons and colors, and I love them. But this part is we can work on the skin and hair in a little different ways than maybe they do in the steer show. But this young lady brought an incredible hog, and it has that look, and I just wish there was a little bit more there. And by that, I mean a little bit more rib shape, but proportion-wise, it's just a really good class. It was hard to move her up, and it's fighting her a little bit right now, and she'll be back, though. Young man's Yorkshire light cross appearing. We just want to clean up that front end a little bit to move up in class, peel a little bit off, but as far as mass and power and skin and hair and everything, boy, you get on top of them, that's a cool gilt. And there's a lot of hog there that wherever she ends up in somebody's freezer is going to get a great yield. But in the show world today, we just have to elevate that a little bit and clean it up to move up any higher. But that top four was really hard and fun for us to evaluate and break down. Especially with this caliber of judge here I have next to me here all day, so it makes it a lot of even that much more fun. We can keep bringing him out. He runs. Oh, sorry. The black one here was fighting the young lady, and there's a lot of hog here on a moderate size. No, I'm sorry. I get distracted like a squirrel, and I get talking about this, and I get talking about that, and we're talking about skin and hair. But I'm not making friends here with the young ladies walking out that I didn't place them any higher. But we'll see in the showmanship on how bad they want to win here today. But I love the skin and hair on this one as well. It just needs to be cleaned up a little bit, elevation, and a little bit more base width. But a great hog at that fighting weight, and at these, we just need a little bit more natural muscle, we call it, in top shape as well, and just stretch out that base width to get a little bit more of a carcass yield. But if there was a scaring contest, this young lady wins it for fun here today, right now, and really cool color pattern. So can't wait for another class of gilts here to sort out.
For Class 4 with hogs ranging from 265 to 278 pounds, Owen King received first blue and Elliot Gotham received second blue. Let's give them a big round of applause. Our next class is going to be hogs ranging from 278 to 289 pounds. So you folks should be ready to go. And on deck will be our heavyweight class and our last class of gilts. And that'll be for hogs ranging from 290 to 305 pounds.
Again, watching
a couple more of our sponsors that I'd like to recognize is Toyson Ford, Rooney Grain, and Close Farms. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Again, watching continuing video stream coverage of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Livestock Show. I'm Brian Winnikins from WRDN Radio. And in this class, Rachel Bowl is in this class along with Olivia Peterson, Madeline Pernsteiner, also Garrett Engel, Dylan Phillips, and Marguerite Frank are in this class. I had a suggestion to announce who the kids are. Yeah, I like that idea. Let us know in the Facebook comments. Where are you watching from? We'd love to find out where you're watching from. As far away as Cornwall, England, Grand Island, Nebraska, Hickston, Lake Holcomb, Cadott, Mondovi, Bloomer, Hastings, Minnesota, Lake Wissota, Beaver Dam as well. So let us know in the Facebook comments where you're watching from today. Tomorrow we'll have coverage of the beef show from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. We'll begin our video stream about 8:55 or so tomorrow with the beef show. And thank you to our video stream sponsors, including Numbers Are Us. Numbers Are Us, your daily money managers in Durand. They can help you with daily money management for your family to prevent fraud and more. And to find out more, you can visit Rhonda online, numbersareus.com, to find out how a daily money manager can help your family, or visit Rhonda online as well through Facebook. Pierce Pepin Cooperative Services, your Touchstone Energy partner, 24/7 in West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Learn more. Visit wwt.coop. Provisions Health of Durand, changing the way you experience healthcare. Visit provisions.health for more information. Chippewa Valley Energy, serving the Chippewa Valley since 1922. Learn more at chippewavalleyenergy.com. And Wisconsin Credit Union, serving members for over 80 years. Wisconsin Credit Union. Visit them online at wisconsincu.org, where they belong to you. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Without their help, we wouldn't be here at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Your home for farm news and information is Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. We feature 7 hours of farm programming.
We have some special representatives that have just joined the ring here. Our Fairs to the Fair representatives. We have Adeline Frank, who is our Northern Wisconsin State Fair Fairs to the Fair. And Taryn Close, who is our Northern Wisconsin State Fair Fairs to the Fair attendant. Both of these ladies year-round help promote the fair, being advocates here at the local area as well as other events in the Chippewa County. This winter, Adeline will be going to a state competition for the Wisconsin area Fairs to the Fairs, which will be Wisconsin Association of Fairs to the Fairs, which obviously are state-level competition within our state industry. The current Fairs to the Fairs of the state will be here tomorrow, as well as Miss Wisconsin. So they'll both be here. You'll see them around for our Royalty Day. But we do appreciate and thank both Adeline and Taryn for all the work they do year-round promoting the fair.
Again, a great class here as we get closer to what we call our fighting weight on our ideal market weight on that 270 range that really just, not just hangs that most ideal efficient carcass, but we just get a lot bigger hogs and they get a lot cooler. And this is our class winner that we decided to start with. Great job, young lady. Man, when you see that look and that view on that front end, that really hits you out of the gate as well. And we'll be back in the Grand Drive. We're a big fist bump guy today. And a little disappointing when you get behind her. We want to straighten her wheels out, and square that hip just a little. But that side view and everything with that elevation and stoutness and bone and that look, she's got to be our class winner. And you got a hammer right there to dance with in the Grand Drive. This one here, wish we'd cooperate a little bit. I almost said I thought my wife was here, but I didn't. When I'm with the same woman for 30 years, I can get away with that and I'll get in trouble later. But no, it's just, again, living with all girls. You got a stubborn one here today, and that's just the way our some days. It's not too hot, maybe sometimes electrolytes, but this one had to be in second just on pure mass and power, and there's a lot of hog right there. So it's a good thing I didn't say that. Otherwise, I would be in trouble right now. But we evaluated this class very easy, and the third class, the third place guild here. We just want to clean up just a little bit and a little more elevation, and just got powered a little bit, a little more top shape, the skin and hair on point. You win that for fun today too, young lady. So great job on your project. Just got, thank you. Hopefully that was a good recovery on living with all girls. But no, I mean that with living with all girls and watching them grow up and the confidence that they have. A bit too, and maybe it'll come out a little bit better. But this young lady here too, again, we just want to crisp that top up a little bit, strengthen out that base width, clean up that front end. But for a power hog and the side view and the depth of body and the mass and the power that it brings to the table here today, and skin and hair as well, it was a great job, young lady. So the next one's down the line. We can bring the next two out in 5th and 6th. Oops, that's all right. Are you... Anyway, no, that's okay. I'm nervous too. It just comes out sometimes, and it's a hard part of living with emotional girls. We work so hard, and I struggle with that. And if they're happy tears and confidence tears, I give you a lot of credit. Somebody's got to step up to the free throw line and make a shot count some days, and it's hard to evaluate and sort out sometimes. But these two. Just again, on their rear wheels structure-wise, we got to straighten them out a little bit and give them a little bit more shot at where it needs to be. So again, another great class. I believe we have one more guild class.
For our Class 5 with hogs ranging from 278 to 289 pounds, our first blue goes to Marguerite Frank and our second to Garrett Engel. Let's give them a round of applause. Our last guild class is our heavyweight guild class with hogs ranging from 290 to 305 pounds. So they should be ready to go. And then on deck should be all of our first and second blues. All of our first and second blues. Except the ultra lightweight class or class 1.
Class, our final class here are the Gilts, and in the ring will be Millie Berlin, Chester Lang, also Bentley Wilczowski, also Brianna Freed, Ruby Hine, and Gabe Domes. Welcome to those of you watching in Houston, Minnesota, also in Eau Claire as well. Let us know on our Facebook comment page where you're watching us from. So we have continuing coverage of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Swine Show. We'll have continuing coverage tomorrow at 9 o'clock of the Beef Show. Again, WRDN, your home for farm news and markets throughout the day. We have 7 hours of farm programming Monday through Friday. Kick it off with the WRDN Morning Farm Report from 5 to 7 a.m. Not only the farm news, markets, we have Inside Dairy with Susan Littlefield, along with some great classic country music, too. Hourly market updates during the 9, 10, and 11 o'clock hours at about 35 past. Our noon farm show after our noon news as well. Then from 1 until 2, it's Agri Talk. First hour with Chip Flory. Second hour with Michelle Rook. First hour, it's news and issues affecting rural America. And the second hour of Agri Talk from 2 till 3, it's all about the markets with Michelle Rook. And then from 3 until 4, it's AOA with Jesse Allen with more news and issues affecting rural America. During the 4 o'clock hour, Susan Littlefield's back in our afternoon farm block with Market Talk. Rundown of the day's markets, talking with some of the market analysts. We also have a local market update as well during about 4:25 in the afternoon. You can always listen online as well at our website at realcountry1430.com or download the Live 365 app. You can also listen to us through Alexa as well. The Farms radio station, Real Country 1430 AM stereo and 107.3 FM WRDN. Welcome to those of you watching in Alma Center as well this morning. Here's some more trivia from the Wisconsin Pork Association. This one always gets there. This is an argument at our house. Me and Rhonda always have this argument. What internal temperature should pork chops reach for safe consumption while staying juicy and flavorful? Is it 145 degrees, 160, 180, or 120? Again, what internal temperature should pork chops reach for safe consumption while staying juicy and flavorful? Is it 145 degrees, 160, 180, or 120? We'll tell you here coming up.
Great way to end the guilt class here today. That made it easy for us by taking our top 6 and going backwards. We thought there was an absolute hammer here in this black guilt. We got to lead our class out with here today, young lady. Absolutely dialed in here for today. Want to wear down just a little bit, but that's, you look at the top shape and the skin and the hair and the bone and the stoutness, it just checks all the boxes for us. That's all I could say. On the work that it takes to get a hog to that level, I think anybody in this ring would agree that she's pretty cool and has to win this class here today to come back. So, yep, our gilt in second. Just got outpowered here today. If you want to go black-white, however it is, we look at him from the inside out. Just needs a shot more base width. Rib shape, I love the growth and the frame size and everything else after that. G just ran into an absolute hammer here today. And it's okay to get beat by a girl every once in a while, dude. Trust me, I understand. You'll get over it. Anyway, our gilt's in third. I got to make a big comeback after my wife joke over here. So we're hopefully gonna finish strong as working our small talk as we come out here. Young lady brought a great hog to the table here in the show. Has the build and the look and everything that we're really looking for. It's just a fine tune of a little bit of the, and I hate to even consider the skin and hair side of things. Structurally wise, just to clean her up a little bit on there in her top shape, but an incredible hog to have in third here at the Chippewa County Fair here. Great job, young lady, and commend the breeder putting that one together and dialing it in to get it right there. I don't know if I told a joke or why everybody's clapping. Anyway, I always like to appreciate the work that it comes in, and I do. We living on a hog farm, on the work that it takes in our front yard and the wash racks and the soap. And again, this probably one our better ones as far as complimenting that. And I don't want to repeat myself. We just got outpowered here today in this class on just a little bit more on the expression side of things and keeping those rear wells and base width tucked out from underneath her. The Spotty is a favorite breed of ours as well, and it's a tough breed to keep chiseled down to. You okay? I'm gonna take a time out here. Anyway, the Spot just needs a little bit more of. And for being a down-eared, chubby breed, we call them, they're harder to keep on point as far as the carcass yield. I have to take a time out here for a minute. And then the barrow down in the end just got outpowered a little bit on the structure side of things. So we're going to take just a little break here and hope things turn out all right. Looks like she's doing better now, okay? So we're all here and need to take a time out in life as well sometimes. And to talk the last one in class, just needs a shot more muscle and the base width, but I love the growth and the frame size and again, the skin and hair and everything that puts it together. It's just putting that complete package together to evaluate and sort out to be in the top of the elite side of things. And that's just where they lie in this class. So excited to see these gilts back out for our grand drive. We're going to try and start from the lightweight to the heavyweight and give our heavyweights just a breather as we come back out and give you a final decision here on our market gilt class here today.
For our heavyweight class, our class 6 with hogs ranging from 290 to 305 pounds. First blue goes to Brianna Freed, and Chester Lang receives second blue. Let's give them a round of applause. We'll now have our championship gilt class, and all first and second blues will be brought to the show ring. And as they're going through, our champion gilt will be selected.
Championship drive for the gilts, first and second blues. Coming in will be Landon Stark, Jordan Lang, Aubrey King, Olivia Overgaard, Owen King, Stanley Lang, Marguerite Frank.
Exhibitors that have barrows should be prepping their barrows and getting them ready.
Along with Garrett Engel and Brianna Freed and Chester Lang. So those are the exhibitors in the championship drive for our gilts. Welcome Alma Center checking in this morning. Again, those of you watching on our Facebook feed, let us know where you're watching from. All right. What internal temperature should pork chops reach for safe consumption while staying juicy and flavorful? This is from the Wisconsin Pork Association. 145 degrees, 160, 180, 120. It used to be 165. That's what they always said. No, that's not right. It's 145. Rhonda and I always argue about this. We always argue about this. My mom argues with me about this. No, it's 145 for pork chops. It's all you need to get to. Otherwise, you got hockey pucks. And so, yeah, that's 145 degrees. This is what the internal temperature for pork chops to reach for safe consumption while staying juicy and flavorful. Again, thank you to the Wisconsin Pork Association for our pork trivia this morning. Also, thank you to our fair sponsors, our video stream sponsors. Again, without the help of these businesses, we wouldn't be here, so please thank them. I'd like to say thank you to Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand. Visit Durand Smokehouse for all of your grilling needs. Don't forget to ask about the beef and pork bundles, too, from Durand Smokehouse. Those of you exhibiting at the Pierce County Fair and the Buffalo Pepin County Fair, Durand Smokehouse will be processing animals from both of those fairs. Also, Elsivia Co-op, a leading member-owned agriculture fuel cooperative serving Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Illinois. Visit elsivia.com. Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. Visit sfbank.com for more information. And also Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. And your tax planning just around the corner. And give Sundstrom & Company a call to start planning for that. 715-672-4425. You can also visit them online as well to schedule that appointment. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our video streams. Again, without their help, we wouldn't be here today at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair as we are in our championship gilt drive. And then we'll be on our way to Barrows after that.
It was a heck of a grand drive that we envisioned in our head if we were going to see this quality of hogs in Chippewa County. Yeah, these girls need a round of applause here. I commend these kids. Again, just to take a break, everybody, the thankless volunteers that put this together, it's a lot of work. You'll never make everybody happy. You'll do the best you can, and then sometimes you don't realize it till that person is missing in that link to put everything together in this beautiful show arena in air conditioning on a hot day at a hog show. But it's our job to come in here and to sort them out, and we feel really good that we do our job. We do a lot of hog shows. We know some people, sometimes we don't, but we're here to judge the hogs. And a lot of times at the backdrops, you get to shake the hand of the judge that day going, I got beat by a better hog today, but I gotta thank you for doing your job. So as a breeder, and just to say, we don't sell anything to this county. There's no favorites to anybody here. But when we just me talking out loud, that we want to make very clear that when we see this caliber of hogs, there's nothing into consideration besides us doing our job today. And we're going to sleep good tonight. But we felt it was very easy for a power hog and even ringside. If you can't see our excitement on a gilt to come into Chippewa County that's going to win today, it says Hammer right here. Good job, young lady. On point, the work that it takes to put that together to breed that hog, the feed program and the skin and hair, and I'm sure it's her best friend here this summer that she gets to decide, is it a gilt or is it a boyfriend maybe? I don't know, but that is a Hammer gilt. For second, it was actually closer than you might think, and it comes down to what we call more of a fighting weight. Then going, do we like this one? Just say, okay, this isn't a jackpot. The smallest one has the advantage over a bigger one. So it narrowed down everything on where it was, and we can talk everyone in class from our lightweight that puts a lot of pieces together to see him out here in the Grand Drive, to see here another 20 pounds. I'd love to envision that. Just runs out of that extension a little bit. And this one on here is just time and feed that we call it. If we could just give it a little bit more and everything right there, it would be right there. The same with this gilt right here. Just to talked about, really loved in class and still love her right now. She keeps the wheels on the bus and everything in motion does not fall apart. So everything needs to come together, and the same with this blue gilt right here. We're not trying to wear these hogs out, but when you put this in motion again and she jacks that head up and everything is like right there, she's got to be a reserve today here, young lady. Congratulations. You bet. So we got to pick our grand and reserve here, and those two won the dance today, so we're going to start our barrow show.
For our gilt class, our champion gilt was shown by Brianna Freed, and it weighed 300 pounds. And our reserve champion was shown by Marguerite Frank, weighing 289 pounds. Let's give them a big round of applause. Our next classes will be our barrel classes, and our first class will be our ultra lightweight class of 212 to 229 pounds. And on deck will be those that have animals in class 2 with 230 to 244 pounds. I'd like to take the time to thank again a couple more of our sponsors, Chippewa Farm Service, Wisconsin Farmers Union, and AMPI. Let's give them a round of applause.
Moving on to barrows, first class of barrows, 212 to 229 pounds. We have Millie Berlin in the ring, along with Caitlin Lazwinski and Riley Brick are in the ring right now. Again, congratulations to Brianna Freed, champion for the gilts, and Marguerite Frank, reserve champion for the gilts. So congratulations to both of those folks. Welcome, Montana. Hey, Montana, how you doing? As they're checking in this morning, along with Alma Center as well. On our Facebook feed, let us know where you're watching us from. Let us know in the comments of our Facebook feed. Love to know. We've had some folks as far away as England watching.
Just 3 entries here in our first class of barrows that didn't make our weight that we were ideally looking for. But again, time and feed, it came to us very easy. I'm not a huge fan of the black pigs for some reason, but today in Chippewa, they just rise to the top, and it shouldn't matter what color they are. But it was an easy agreement on this black barrel right here that I found out he was always sticking his tongue out. That's pretty cool and fun. And I'd love to see him in another, 50, 60, 70 pounds on really what he could be. But for today, he's obviously our class winner, and on how things get sorted out back for overall contention. Good job, young lady. Our second place is our other belted barrel that just put a little bit more together as far as our top shape and elevation. And, if we draw that line where it needs to be, we felt this hog just broke a little bit, and we had to use this one for second, just on a shot more power, a shot more muscle, a shot more of everything. And that's hard to do with a white hog, especially the challenge of keeping everything where it needs to be. But great job. First, second, third. Yeah, because there's only 3 pigs. Yeah.
When we get to the end of this class, do you just want me to bring the first blues out, or do you want first and second?
We were okay. That's a good question.
And you can think about it. Just let me know when we get.
I'll let you know. Okay. That's a good question without making it too much. The question was.
And I'll make a note.
If there is a hammer class, you say we got to see those 2. Yeah.
Okay, first blue for our ultralight class, ranging from 212 to 229 pounds, goes to Caitlin Lazuski. And our second blue goes to Riley Reck. Let's give them a big round of applause. Our class that is coming onto the show ring right now is 230 to 244 pounds. And just to let you know, so when we talk about gilts are female pigs who had not had a litter of pigs, and our barrows are castrated male hogs. So just to give you a little bit of background if you did not know.
There you go. Got the explanation right from the floor. In this next class of barrows, we have Anna Bowl in, along with Olivia DeWint, Dylan Phillips, Ben Wicken, Emery Bowl, Madeline Pernsteiner, Henry Anderson, and Jace Phillips are in the ring. This is 230 to 244 pound barrows here at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Tomorrow, we will have coverage of the beef show coming up starting. Our video stream will start about 8:55 or so tomorrow here from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. I'd like to say thank you to some of our sponsors as well of our video streams. Again, without their help, we would not be here today. Thank you to NTech, your premier communications and entertainment provider in Durand. Dun Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Compeer Financial, a member-owned farm credit cooperative serving and supporting agriculture and rural communities. Visit Compeer.com for more information. And Bluff Country Feed and Seed Mondovi, serving Mondovi, Durand, Oliva, Arcadia, and the surrounding area with nutrition consultation, feed and forage sampling, feed delivery, and seed needs, and more. They're partnered up with Midwestern BioAg as well. Visit bluffcountryfs.com for more information. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our video streams. Without their help, we would not be here at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Also, let the Northern Wisconsin State Fair know as well. Send a message on their Facebook page. Tell them thank you for helping us out to be able to provide these video streams to you throughout the fair. There's a lot of work, a lot of things that they have to do for me to be able to have this set up. They've run internet access for me, audio access as well, so we get the audio from the announcers down at ringside. So please let the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Board know that you appreciate these video streams as well. Well, so far, a beautiful day here in Chippewa Falls, even though the fair hasn't officially started. Could see some rain tomorrow here in western Wisconsin, even some heavier rain, and then the heat will be on. That's all right. I don't mind that for the fair. Animals don't like it, but I'm okay with the the heat, and part of it is I'm also in an air-conditioned building here doing the video stream, so it's not as big of a deal for me. A little bit more swine trivia from the Wisconsin Pork Association. What's the most popular breed of swine in Wisconsin? Known for its mothering ability and white color with erect ears. I'll let you think about that here, and we'll give you that answer. Our answer to our trivia question from the Wisconsin Pork Association. What's the most popular breed of swine in Wisconsin? Known for its mothering ability and white color with erect ears? That's the Yorkshire. The Yorkshire. We're in class 2 of our barrows. This is 230 to 244 pounds. Again, earlier today in our gilts, the champion
Great class of
was Brianna
CrossFit
Free.
barrels here. Came to the top pretty easy on here. We thought the young lady in braids had the best barrel here in this class right now with the white hog. Just brought more to the table. Congratulations. We want to see another gear out of this guy, but yeah, you get on top of these two hogs, and we just have more right in here, that top shape. And everything, bone and structure. I wish he was a little bigger stretched out package on a moderate frames, but these two barrels rose to the top, we thought, for us today. Good job. We want to strengthen his spine out just a little bit, and if we can grab a gear, dude, and maybe clean him up, he would definitely be right there, but you got beat by a girl today, dude. Sorry, just get over it. We're just here to judge the hogs, and it's kind of fun, and that's okay. The young lady in third also had a really good hog. We just want to strengthen that spine. We want to keep that jet level, and it runs into a little issues on her real wheels that some of you might not see ringside, but those come down to the little things on moving up the top 2 or 3. But love the skin and hair, and keep up the smile and the hard work, young lady. Following up with another, boy, they just keep coming. Braids and laser beams and fireballs are staring you down like they might beat us up after this show. We're really trying to get this right. But no, the next barrel's down the line here. Just got outpowered a little bit on the on the muscle side of things, and strengthen out that base width and a shot more bone and elevation. Again, this barrel here, young man has we want to give it a little bit more. We want to give it a bigger stifle, bigger hip, square it up a little bit, and widen out that base width, and just a shot more muscle power. And moving down the line to the bottom 3, very close. We just need more power, more muscle, and on straighten up those rear wheels. But on soundness and frame and growth, an incredible job, young ladies. So commend these on this class here, and we'll get ready for our next class of barrels.
For our class 2 with hogs ranging from 230 to 244 pounds, our first blue goes to Dylan Phillips, and our second blue goes to Ben Wicken. Let's give them a big round of applause. Next up is going to be our Class 3 with barrows ranging from 247 to 257 pounds. On deck is our Class 4 with hogs ranging from 258 to 270 pounds. You should be getting your animals ready. And I'd like to take a second to recognize again some of our sponsors today, and Real Country, WRDN, H&R Electric, and Touch of Home AFC. Let's give them a big round of applause.
We're in our third class of barrows, Class 3, 247 to 257 pounds. Emmett Anderson in the ring, along with Mickey Meyer, Grace Meyer, Colton Luke, Breyer Sonnentag, Madison Seibel, Timothy Kennedy, and Wyatt Wellner. Down at ringside right now, and so we continue to watch the Swine show with Cindy Bogus. She's the lady that helps me out, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Cindy, Susan is, I think, kind of checking in and out. Hopefully she's watching, but she knows Susan Littlefield really well, and Cindy, though, helps me out here at the fair with the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Even though the fair hasn't started yet, wow, what a show today. We got a full house.
Definitely. No, we definitely have a lot of supporters, visitors who are welcome to the fair, as well as their family and friends who are here cheering on our exhibitors. A lot of hard work, goes into these animals that each show we have, and it's fun to see just as much celebrating these as well, too. And yes, shout out to Susan Littlefield, who may or may not, don't want to age her, but she may have not been my babysitter back in the day. So we do appreciate Susan as a good family friend from many years of my young age, as well as now to our professional lives.
So when you were a kid, did you do this?
I need to admit that one year I did show swine. It was out of a dare from my friends. I was raised showing llamas and sheep, which is very unique, but definitely a great memory of Dipperville Farms up in Polk County, Wisconsin. So shout out to Polk County Fair. But I showed sheep, llamas, but my pigs, I can honestly say, did not put as much time as these kids have year round. Shame on me, but definitely had 1 year of experience.
Talking with Cindy Bogus from Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Boy, it's all the partnerships that make this all happen, isn't it?
You are most definitely correct. We have many sponsors who are here sponsoring and supporting the Junior Open Fair of the Chippewa County Junior Open Fair, as well as the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. We have many businesses from the top to bottom appreciated all across the way.
What do you like best about the fair?
Right here.
Okay. What's your favorite fair ride?
Oh, good question. We have a new Sky Screamer this year at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. If you see it, I challenge you to take it. I actually have ridden it myself at Central Wisconsin State Fair with my friend Haley. One time is enough for me, but I certainly welcome the challenge to anyone else who wants to ride the Sky Rider.
Also, quickly, before we get our results in from this class, what's your favorite fair food?
Oh, goodness gracious. I would say Kate's Coffee, Coop Coffee. We give a shout out to my sister who has her coffee truck, but I definitely love everything else we have here, but shout out to the family.
Without the radio guy likes the coffee too, because up us early in the morning, you bet. Well, Cindy, again, thank you, and thank you to everyone at the State Fair, Northern Wisconsin State Fair, supporting us and being able to set everything up for our video streams.
And Brian, thank you for being here with WRDN to give live streams to our visitors as well as our exhibiting families.
Cindy Bogus with Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Looks like we're getting close to our results here in this class, and then we're going to get those. We'll get our next class, and we're going to try and talk with one of our ag instructors as well that's here at ringside as well, here at the Swine Show here at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Thank you to our video stream sponsors, including Compeer Financial, a member-owned farm credit cooperative serving and supporting agriculture in rural communities. Visit Compeer.com for more information. Also, Provisions Health, changing the way you experience healthcare in Durand. Visit provisions.health for more information. 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Visit wwt.coop. Pierce Pep and Cooperative Services, your Touchstone Energy partner. O'Galley Cheese Factory. Visit O'Galley Cheese Factory for all of your snacking needs, featuring cheese, locally made beef sticks, sausages, and more. Open 7 days a week. Highway 25 Durand. You can visit their website.
Great job,
They do
kiddos,
ship
here as we get into our next
nationwide.
class of crossbred barrows. It came down to pretty easy for us here to decide. The young lady here, this one just has that extra gear that we're looking for. A little sounder on her feet and legs. Sorry. Young man's got second. This is your first year or second year? Good job. You got a lot of good years ahead of you, young lady. But on the foundation side of things, and so of what we're looking for, puts a lot together. We get that head up, and we work on that confidence and keeping it out in the ring. That's an incredible hog to put together in the top shape. It's a different view ringside versus getting on top of them. And you look at, it didn't come down to skin and hair for us on that, but it's that the top shape, and we put that hog in motion. It's just, it's sounder on his feet and legs, and you've been working with it, and that's some front yard, backyard time. And we just run into a little structural problems, but a massive, stout, hairy, crazy beast here. We wish we want to clean him up a little bit on the skin and hair side of things, but you didn't overpaint him, dude. But that would be an incredible hog if we got him out and clipped him up a little bit and tore him down and get him his working clothes and just letting him float. But it's okay to get beat by a girl today, dude. And we might come back for the grand drive as well. A lot of hog right there going on in a cool package. The dude in third just ran into some rear wheels issues on just keeping the wheels on the bus, and there's some little things between second and third that's closer than you might think, but when we get behind him, we would just want to keep them feet underneath him, keep him in check, and that's being awful critical on a good hog. The Berkshire barrow here, we just want to strengthen that spine a little bit and elevation, but sheer quality pork, mass, very cool breed. I appreciate it as a breeder on your Berkshire hog today. Good job, young lady. The next barrow down here, the black-headed one, probably the coolest appearing, where if we were having a job interview and I was going on your appearance and confidence, I'd love to see that look and everything. We just got to get a little bit more for you to show off now. I want to add more mass and power and rib and just to compete and move up. But as far as a project, young man, you win that part for fun. The next two down are very similar in their time and kind. Another young lady's first year showman with a really cool color. I go, boy, that's a cow-colored pig here today. Is this your first year? And she goes, yep. Very cool project. We just need to see more quality, more muscle shape, more everything, a little shot more bigger legs. Peel a little bit of bark for that age of maturity to be carrying a little bit of cover. It's just the feeding side of things on dialing them in and keeping them underneath of there. So great class. We look forward to the next one.
For our Class 3 winner for hogs ranging from 247 to 257 pounds, Grace Meyer received the first blue, and Timothy Keneally received second blue. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Break in between the barrels before camp drive.
Whatever you normally do or want to do, it doesn't matter.
If you want to take a little breather, we could, because news station would like to interview you if you were available, but we can certainly wait for a break. So no priorities here.
Okay, you're
but
boss.
TD here.
Okay, our next class up is Class 4 for our market barrows, ranging from 258 to 270 pounds. Our class on deck is Class 5, 273 to 282 pounds. Showmanship classes will go from senior to intermediate to beginner. And I repeat, showmanship classes will go from senior to intermediate to beginner.
In this next class, Class 4, we have Margaret Bowl, Cassie Leck, also Mickey Meyer, Elliot Gotham, Hunter Seidling, Elsie Berlin, Emma Brenner, Olivia Peterson, Jace Phillips, and Isabella Sand.
Wanted to share appreciation. We have many media partners who help us throughout the year promote the different events that our association hosts, including Barbecue Fest, which is in May, as well as the Northern Wisconsin State Fair, obviously here in July, and Oktoberfest in September. So we have 3 large events that happen throughout the year. But I do want to share appreciation with Brian from WRDN. He's from Durand. He's doing a live stream of this show, as well as some other livestock shows are happening. So we appreciate him being here, as well as we have a team member here from WEAU. So WEAU, WQW, we have radio stations, we have online digital promotional stations, but we do appreciate our media partners to help us promote the different events we have throughout the year.
Again, watching coverage of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Swine Show today. And we're back ringside. We're with Jackie Johnson. She's the agriculture instructor over at Bloomer School District. And she's also one of the volunteers here helping out ringside. And so, Jackie, thanks for joining us. Well, tell us about some of the things happening with the agriculture program in Bloomer.
Well, we are a 3-person ag department in Bloomer. And we have classes in anywhere from ag mechanics, animal science, in natural resources, and plant science. We have a middle school and high school program. So we have students in 7th grade through 12th grade involved in our FFA program. Out of a school district of our size, we have about 350 kids involved in our FFA program.
Wow, that's awesome. And the best part about FFA is it isn't just for farm kids, is it?
Absolutely not. Actually, more of our students that are involved in FFA do not come from a farm, but learn to be passionate about agriculture and talk about and advocate for agriculture.
Talking with Jackie Johnson with Bloomer, the Bloomer Agriculture. She's one of the ag instructors over at Bloomer, part of the Bloomer FFA and Bloomer School District. So I have to ask, did you show pigs growing up?
I did not. I actually showed poultry.
Oh, you get to hold the poultry there. Okay, so for your ag students, that want to show pigs, what do you tell them to get ready for something like this?
Well, they need to start working with their animals as soon as they get them. They'll take them out and start walking with them. You can see in the ring they're using a whip, and that whip is not used to by any means beat the animal, but it's used to guide them. And so the kids that work with them every day, you can see that they are using that whip, that stick, to walk with them. And when they do that, that hog responds to that stick and goes where the exhibitor wants the hog to go in the ring.
You know, we always talk, we have the video streams of all of, some of the different livestock shows. And there's all the other animal shows, but FFA and 4-H, you have students that are exhibiting here at the fair that don't have an animal, and there's some pretty talented kids.
Absolutely. I mean, we really focus on the leadership aspect through FFA. So we try to get kids to conferences to strengthen their leadership skills. We try to get them to be an officer. We try to help them figure out what they want to do for that step after high school. So do you want a career in agriculture? That doesn't mean you have to go into production agriculture. There are a ton of careers, and a ton of careers that haven't even been found yet, that lead to students being involved in agriculture.
That's Jackie Johnson. She's the one of the agriculture instructors, one of 3 at the Bloomer School District here at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Our swine show as it continues, and got to let Jackie get back to work. She's ringside here helping to make the show go smooth. We'll continue our coverage here in Chippewa Falls. Getting close to a decision here in Class 4 of our barrows here at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. I'm Brian Winnekins from WRDN Radio. Again, thank you for joining us today. Those of you watching on our Facebook feed, let us know in the comments section where you're watching from. We've had folks from England, Montana, Nebraska, and also different locations in Wisconsin from Beaver Dam, Eau Claire, Alma Center, Hickston, Mondovi, also Minnesota as well checking in. So let us know in the comments section where you're watching us from today. If you're watching on our Facebook feed, tomorrow we'll have the Beef Show with coverage beginning at about 8:55 or so is when we'll fire the stream up. On Thursday, we have the Dairy Show at 9 o'clock, and then it's the livestock auction as well on Thursday night. I think that's about 6 o'clock when that will start. So join us for that. Our video streaming coverage is being, it looks like we get our final decisions here. We'll go back down ringside.
Thank you, sir. Great class of crossbred barrows, and we got a Duroc out here too that, again, it doesn't matter really what color it is for us today, and I love a good red one, and that's a really good red one. The crossbred barrow, we're just weighing these out and talking out loud. When you're talking about sheer mass and power, you get up on top of it. This guy wins with that look and elevation and a shot more stoutness. But for today, we thought, and it was easier than said, that crossbred barrel is absolutely chiseled, and you get on top of the top shape on this guy, and there's a lot of hog right down into here, and that's just where we're in second here, young ladies. So we're going to go with the black belted one in first, and the Duroc in second. We're going to probably see both of those in the grand drive as well if we take 1 and 2. Moving down the line here, we just ran into 2 hammers that were our easy class winners for us today, and a gate that's not cooperating, but it could always be worse. So there we go. This hog here just needed to widen out his base width a little bit. Love the muscle shape and pattern, the skeleton. Sometimes they have a gland issue. That's not your problem, or not your fault, I mean. And it's just we want to stretch him out and a little bit more frame size and a little bit more moderate frame than we were just ready to move him up. The hairy guy named Diesel in fourth, the coolest guy I met here today. I'm like, what is this dude's name? That is one hairy dude, and he's like Diesel. So he's not happy with it right now in fourth, but we just we had to stretch him out a little bit and clean him up a little bit in there. But a cool barrel named Diesel in fourth here today. Young man in 5. It's hard with that Yorkshire appearing breed to keep them cleaner fronted, but I love I just want to give him a shot at elevation. Love the top shape and the hip and the rear leg. It's just hard to move them up, but it's structurally down is where we run into a few fundamentals, and we have flies, we have mites, we have real poop at home too, and it's hard to look at white hogs sometimes and avoid all of those issues on skin and hair, but it's not your fault either. We just want to whiten him out a little bit and a little more top shape as well, and strengthen out his rear wheels, where he just gets outside of himself a little bit. Again, it's just some structure issues that sometimes come with growing pains when we're pushing hogs, but incredible muscle shape for a hog down the line to be that far down the line and have that much muscle and shape. On frame size and growth, we love this. This hog being down on the bottom side of things just got outpowered here today on the muscle side. So was this our 4th or 5th class here? We're loading the gates for the next one.
For our Class 4, with hogs ranging from 258 to 270 pounds, Elliot Gotham took first blue, and Amara Brenner took second blue. Let's give them a big round of applause. Next up with our Class 5 of market barrows ranging from 273 to 282 pounds. They'll be entering the show ring as they are right now. And our next class after this will be our Class 6 with hogs ranging from 283 to 288 pounds. You should be getting your animals ready right now.
We're in Class 5, 273 to 282 pounds. And in the show ring right now will be Brandon Wicken, Kelvin Woolley, Garrett Engel, Owen King, Kendall Knox, Cooper Anarchy, Haiti Berlin, and Bentley Wilshowski are in the ring in this Class 4 from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Swine Show. Thank you to our video stream sponsors, including Numbers R Us, your daily money managers, 3rd Avenue West Durand. Visit numbersrus.com. Find out how Rhonda can help your family as a daily money manager to not only keep everything all straight, but also protect you from fraud as well. You can visit Rhonda again online at numbersrus.com or visit her on Facebook. Pierce Pepin Cooperative Services, your Touchstone Energy partner. Also, Chippewa Valley Energy, serving the Chippewa Valley since 1922. Learn more at ChippewaValleyEnergy.com. And Wisconsin Credit Union, serving members for over 80 years. We belong to you. Visit wisconsincu.org. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our video streams. Without their help, we would not be here today at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. And also, please reach out to the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Board and let them know that you appreciate our video streams from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Again, watching coverage of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Swine Show this morning. I'm Brian Winnekins from WRDN Radio in Durand. Thank you for joining us on our Facebook page, on our streaming video service at our website at realcountry1430.com, and also our YouTube channel. Those of you watching on our Facebook feed, let us know in the comments section where you're watching us from. Fall Creek checking in. We've seen Minnesota, Montana, England, believe it or not. Also Hickston, Beaver Dam, Eau Claire, Altoona, Lake Wissota, Mondovi, all checking in this morning. Let us know where you're watching from in the comments section today. We are in our Class 5 of Barrows. We still have 2 more classes of Barrows, then we'll do our championship drive of the Barrows and then select our overall Supreme Champion, a Grand Champion, and Reserve Grand Champion for the Hog Show before we step away for today. A reminder, we will be back here at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair tomorrow morning at about 8:55 or so for the Beef Show.
Thank you for your patience on this class here. We really try not to drag our feet anymore we had to. But we felt these two needed a little extra time to really sort out the little things that might not see on ringside. And it is deceiving. Once you get on top of these hogs, you see them coming and going. You're on the ground level. And if we're going to sort them out just to help you and for us and what we're talking about, it comes down to some little things. Just on base width, who has that little extra, who has that extra inch? Who's a cleaner fronted one? Who has the better look? Who packs the most power and the most punch? And you sort all of those things out and you throw them in a box on which one checks the most boxes for day. Young lady, it's your lucky day that this guy is pretty good dude. We'll see him in the Grand Drive. That's an incredible barrel. It's deceiving with his little beard that gives him, I didn't even ask her name, but you missed a spot. But it definitely gives them that look. And you were the 5th one penned out of the class. And then it's like, did you see that little dude that we just not like we didn't like you out of the gate. We just had to give you time and feed. And when we're talking about keeping these things fresh at this fighting weight, and she's, of course, being a little stubborn here now, but that's okay. Young man, you brought a heck of a gun to a knife fight, or how does that go? There's a knife and a gun and a fight, and it came down to these two. Sorry, I'm bad at jokes. Incredible barrel. Love the look, love the design, I love the top shape. It just came down to a few little things, and if you follow this young lady back, you can see that. It's not just my opinion, it's her opinion as well, so it's okay, dude. Got beat by a lot of girls over the years, and I just accepted that. But that's our opinion today, and if we're invited back or not, I understand, but it was a hard one to sort out, and that was a heck of a class. So we're going to bring those two back out for the Grand Drive as well before I forget. Next one in class just ran into a hammer pair as well. There's a lot of hog going on here, bud. Don't be disappointed. And sheer mass and power, and it came down to a little things on just where he puts that, plants and drives that rear foot. Does he have enough? Is he pinching that ham loin just a little? And do we want to clean him up just a notch or a scotch? I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool on that jowl, on cleaning up that front end a little bit. So, again, coming down to the next, another black hog, a power guy that hits you out of the gate. There is a lot of hog right down on this top side, dude. You got him clipped and fit and perfect, like he's ready to dance at the Chippewa County Fair. You just got beat by a few little things. Incredible barrel to be down in our 5th spot or 4th spot where we're at. 4th. The same with this guy. We brought 5 out of this class that we just had to see again. And that initial impression, when they hit you all at the same time, is, okay, an evaluation coming and going and in comparison. And this guy, we just got to clean up his front end a little bit, but he has the mass and the power, and I bet you he was a stout little dude when you bought him at an 80-pounder that you had a shot at Chippewa County this year. Just not today, young fella. So down the line here, we sorted our top and then down on our bottom side, and it just came down to unfair comparison to the other hog above and beyond. Young lady brought a great one to the show again today. We just need a little bit more on the base, and we just need a little bit more power on the bone and stretch him out a little bit on the base width. And these we want to take just take a shave off a little bit of that cover. Not calling him fat. It's just a lot of hog, and he's matured at this weight that we expect to see just a few more bells and whistles at. Again, another hog that just needs a shot more bone. I want to stretch him out a little bit right there, but great job, young fella.
For our market class of 273 to 282 pound hogs, Kendall Knox received the first blue and Owen King received the second blue. Let's give them a big round of applause. Up next is our next market class of barrows, with barrows ranging from 283 to 288 pounds. And on deck is going to be our last market class, ranging from 292 to 298 pounds. And just a reminder, we'll be starting with senior showmanship. The heats have been posted at the Coliseum doors, so just letting you know. And I'm hoping all of you are enjoying the show.
Again, watching coverage of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Swine Show this morning. I'm Brian Winnikins from WRDN Radio. When we are done with our market and our junior show, we step away just before showmanship starts. So we'll be stepping away before showmanship starts. But we are in Class 6 right now. Henry Anderson in the ring along with Clay Hilger. Also
The
Lincoln
heats are posted at the
Wilczowski.
Coliseum office doors. Correction.
Along with Andrea Ewings, Aubrey King, Olivia Overgaard, Landon Stark, and Sawyer Willie are all in the ring right now. This is Class 6, 283 to 288 pounds. Let's do another trivia question from the Wisconsin Pork Association. Which of these countries is a major importer of U.S. pork? Again, which of these countries is a major importer of U.S. pork? Is it Germany, Japan, France, or Argentina? We'll tell you. Give you that answer here coming up. We'll be continuing our coverage from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair tomorrow morning at about 8:55 with the Beef Show. So join us for that on our video streaming service at our website at realcountry1430.com. Also on our Facebook page at WRDN 1430 AM stereo and 107.3 FM, and also our YouTube channel at Duran Broadcasting WRDN. Now, our video streams will be saved on our YouTube channel as well. It takes a little bit for it to be saved to the YouTube channel. YouTube has to make sure I didn't violate any copyright rules. Maybe one of the pigs has a copyright and we weren't supposed to show them or talk about them. But that'll propagate to there, and you'll be able to watch all of the Swine Show if you missed maybe the first part of it. Okay, the answer to our trivia question from the Wisconsin Pork Association. Which of these countries is a major importer of U.S. pork? Is it Germany, Japan, France, or Argentina? Well, the correct answer, Japan. Again, thank you to the Pork Association for providing us some trivia this morning. The Northern Wisconsin State Fair getting underway tomorrow. Things will be getting underway bright and early. Again, we'll have the beef show starting at 9 o'clock. We'll have video stream coverage starting about 8:55. But everything gets opened up right at 9 o'clock, and the carnival open from noon until 11 tomorrow. So day number 1 tomorrow of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Hope you can come on up and join us here in Chippewa Falls if you're in the area. Those of you watching our video stream on our Facebook page, let us know in the comment section where you're watching from this morning. I think our folks in England will be the farthest away from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, watching today. But we've had Montana, Nebraska, Beaver Dam as well, Minnesota checking in, Mondovi, Alma Center, Hickston. So let us know in the comments section.
Just the button dude. Thanks. Incredible pair of barrows here that surface to the top again for us. It shouldn't surprise any of you ringside here. Here we are talking out loud again. I'm a sucker for bone and stoutness and big, hairy, massive ones that hit you out of the gate. When it comes to putting that in motion and which one's going to win in a street fight for me today, and keeping that in motion and has that, I wish they both had that extra gear. There's not that perfect one out here that we've seen, but when you start putting pieces together, we're weighing those things back and down and back and forth and back and forth. So it comes down to us on a few little things on where one might pinch in ham loin, where one keeps it together, which one maybe has that extra gear when you need it, when I want to say like the stoutness, and which one has that extra gear for being built for speed on that side of things. It's not taken away from either one of you. Both incredible barrels. But young lady, we got the barrel that we liked here today. When I'm talking about pinching in her ham loin, it's right in here and how that blends in that front end. When it comes to mass and power and shaggy dude, that is a stud. And he hits you really hard. And he compete at the beef show over here later today or tomorrow, wherever that is. But no, the incredible hair, incredible feet and legs, and that's my kind all day. But we just have to get this blended right in here into that top shape, and it's nothing that you did wrong or anything genetically, time and feed. But you had him built today, clean fronted, and has that look. And if we had a gear dude and he would be doing hop laps, it would be definitely something to consider. But that weighed himself out pretty good. That we get to drive home and talk about that pair of barrels that we used in this class in Chippewa here today. So we're going to bring both of those back for the grand drive as well. Barrel in 3, Just ran into a hammer set of pairs at the top end. It's not that they were black or white. As far as muscle and power, this guy definitely has that advantage. We're just in a little bit more of a jammed up package. We got to extend that out in that front end and just clean them up just a skosh. Is my new word today. That sounds really cool. I don't know what it means, but we got to clean them up just a skosh. I'll look that up later. But anyway, if you can see that, and it's just in his jawline, and we're talking 1/4 of an inch. This guy has a better designs and chisel, just a little bit more, but not quite just that definition, and a little shorter rumped for a weight barrel. That had to come back in the top 4. Just ran into 2 or 3 hammers here in this class again that were hard to get up to number 3. So awesome barrel though. Commend you. Down the line here we go. I'm sorry, did we skip ahead? Okay. They're just moving up in the next class here. I get easily confused. So Ricky here, he went 5, right? Yeah, cool name for a cool barrel. And we talked about this, and she's leaving the ring with a smile, so that makes me happy. We just have to elevate him a little bit more and give him a shot more rib and a little bit more muscle. That was easy to talk about. So the mullet award of the day goes to this guy. And it's just love the elevation and the growth in the frame. It's just maybe on a freshness standpoint, and just chisel a little bit more and cleaning them up to move up any higher, and just fix those rear wheels just a little bit, just to move you up or down. So our bottom 2 end here just got outpowered a little bit on the muscle and what we call bone. This guy here, we just have to fix that rear end. We talked about it going back to the pen. On a design standpoint, it was just squaring this hip up on today's show world versus a commercial hog, and that elevation. It's just we need to level out that top line and keep everything in check when we get that head up and drive and drop that hip. So great class. I believe we have 1 more, if not 2. I don't know. We're going to make this up as we go. So pretty happy in how these are sorting out for today. And if we have any questions, it's just our opinion today. We'd love to talk about it after we're done here. So.
For our class 6 of hogs, weighing from 283 to 288 pounds, Audrey King received first blue and Clay Hilger received second blue. Let's give them a big round of applause. Next up is going to be our last market barrel class, and this is going to be for hogs ranging from 292 to 298 pounds. All those hog exhibitors with barrows that receive first blues should be getting their animals ready to go, other than the ultra lightweight class.
Final class of the barrows. We have Brianna Frieden, Natalie Lizwiski, also Marguerite Frank, Timothy Kennedy, Henry Hine, and Whitney Gotham in the ring in this final class of barrows. judging. It looks like he's almost done, but I mean, I probably would during the grand drive. Come on up.
I struggle making decisions every day. That's not a question. So it really helps me on a confidence side of things when it comes down to sorting these. And there's a lot to weigh out. When we have one that's built for speed and he just hasn't dropped a beat, but yet we want to fix those rear wheels where he just toes in just a little bit, and that's being awful critical on a crazy red barrel. I wish he had a shot more stoutness and a little more bone, but at this fighting weight, he's doing really good. This is a guy that was going to win the class right out of the gate. You get on top of this guy. Good job. Not to beat around the bush. On pure muscle. Did I just get in a picture there? I didn't do my hair. Oh, man. Okay. Photo bomb. We'll go with that. Young lady just overpowering barrel. He's starting to slow down a little bit and tighten up and jab at the ground, but just has that extra base width, top shape, muscle, chiseled, and those rear wheels. Congratulations. We'll see you in the grand drive. Young lady with the red barrel, you drove the wheels off of this guy today, and he's doing hot laps around us. And that's being awful critical on a really good hog that we feel that just needed a little bit more right here. And if we just fix them a little bit right there, you do an incredible job of judging them or showing them. I don't know about the judging part. She's not too happy with me right now. But Sam says that barrel has to go second just on those rear wheels and where we pinch just a little bit and where he's at as an extension for his fighting weight. That's a really good Duroc barrel. Down the line, young lady, dude, Ernie here in third. We had to talk, and it was a tough one to put Ernie in third. He's the hairy, stout dude with big legs, and that's my kind all day. He just starting to tighten up on us and stab at the ground just a little bit, and that's really hard when you get this much mass and power in a hog to keep it together in this kind of conditions without I don't like to use the words falling apart, but just wearing out. This is not good big ugly guy weather when he gets hot like this. And that barrel just has so much muscle, he just starts to really tighten up and stab at the ground on a really good hog in a tough class in third place here. This dude, again, was right there and had to come back out. He has the frame size. We love the maturity pattern, the soundness and the look. And it's like if he just had a few more bells and whistles to move right up, but he had a heck of a shot here today at Chippewa. Sparkles, Spotty here, and Sparkles. It's fun now watching and asking the kids' names. So again, it's me talking out loud here. We just got to clean them up a little bit. Fun project. Love the colors on the calico Spotty here today. So again, down on the spot barrel, really massive, stout little dude, and he had a name. Breakfast is probably my favorite name of the day. Breakfast for a spot barrel. He's not happy with me right now either. So cool barrel, and we got one more class for the grand drive. Oh, this is a grand drive.
For our last market barrel class with hogs ranging from 292 to 298 pounds, Marguerite Frank places first blue and Brianna Freed places second blue. Let's give them a big round of applause. Now will be our champion market barrel class. All first blues should be ready to go here. And then on deck, we'll be going to our overall champion class where we'll have both the market gilt champion and reserve champion and the market barrel and reserve champion barrel compete against each other.
Championship drive for the Barrows, Dylan Phillips, Ben Wicken, Grace Meyer, Timothy Keneally, also Elliot Gotham, Amara Brenner, Kendall Knox, Owen King, Embry King, Clay Hilger, and Marguerite Frank and Brianna Freed are all in the championship drive. Joining us right now, Lori Lyons. She's a board member for the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. She's also part of the Beef Show, and that is tomorrow morning starting at 9. We'll have video stream coverage starting at about 8:55 and get a little preview of the Beef Show. Lori, thanks for joining us. We're ready for all the big boys coming in tomorrow?
Yeah, the big steer show starts at 9 a.m. And the kids have been working all week long with their cattle, getting them washed and cleaned and ready to go. It's actually a project that starts way back in the fall. The kids select their steers last year and then begin breaking them. They weigh them in December, and then the kids work throughout the year, feeding them, bathing them, getting them all ready for the fair. So tomorrow is their big day.
And do you know about how many we're going to be seeing tomorrow?
I don't. It's about 70 steers, I believe, this year. It's a big show.
Wow, going to be a big show tomorrow with the Beef Show. As a board member for Northern Wisconsin State Fair, you have to be so pleased with the remodeling that happened, especially here on this side of the fairgrounds. We call it kind of the agricultural campus, but wow, this turned out, I think, better than expected.
Oh, it's really wonderful. You know, one of the great things is this Coliseum, and it's air conditioned. It is so nice to be able to come. We used to have the brown barn with one big fan, or the red barn with one big fan in it, and everybody was hot. And this is another hot week, and it's just so nice for the animals to be able to come in here and show the best of their qualities off. With the air conditioning, it's good for the exhibitors, the spectators. You can all come in and sit in the air conditioning and cool off. Plus, the barns just have a lot better ventilation. They're safety-wise, they're better, clean, neat, and we love the new facilities.
And these facilities, and really all of these improvements to the fairgrounds that the board has approved over the years, has really led to this facility being used year-round now.
Absolutely. And the nice thing about the buildings is they can be used for other events. It's not just for agriculture. They can have weddings, wedding receptions, RV shows, all kinds of arts and crafts shows. So the buildings are multi-purpose and can be used throughout the whole year.
This has been really kind of, it's almost like a crown jewel of Chippewa Falls now, all of the changes that you've made.
Yes, the fairgrounds have really boosted the facilities here. Is just helpful for any kind of events that are going on in Chippewa Falls. We have multiple things throughout the year, and the fairgrounds just being kept up, keeping them neat and clean, and using them throughout the year have been a big benefit for Chippewa Falls.
Talking with Lori Lyons, she's with the Beef Show, and she's also a board member for the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. What are some of the things that, tell us what are some of the things the board does throughout the year to help keep everything organized here?
Well, we have our new CEO, Brian Mackey, and it's been a pleasure just to work with him over the last year. So this has been his first official year as Rusty Volk had retired. So it's been a transition year, but it's very good to be able to work on a monthly basis. We have meetings, we review events,
State Fair Association
and
year-round.
then we plan for the next activities that are coming up.
All right, as we continue to talk with the Lori Lyon with the Beef Show, and also a board member as well. I guess, Lori, I'm gonna put you on the spot. So, did you show beef as a kid?
Absolutely, I did. I had 6 children. They all showed here at Chippewa Fair, and now this year, my first year, is my grandkids are taking it over.
And meanwhile, I guess I have to ask, what's the key here to showing beef?
The key is work with your animals at home. Get them ready before you bring them to the fair. Keeping them cool here at the fair. Just practice, practice, practice.
A lot of practice. All right. Did you have a favorite breed that you'd like to show?
I always love to show Simmentals, but my daughter's got us into Shorthorns, so we have some multiple breeds on our farm now.
Okay, again, talking with Lori Lyons. She's with the Beef Show and also board member with the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. I guess finally, before we let you go, Lori, what can we see in the future for the fairgrounds? I mean, is the board working on some projects potentially that we can talk about?
Well, we always have projects and improvements that need to be done. It's always looking at each building that we have, saying what can we do to improve this building, what can we do to upkeep things, but really just pulling up this rural ag end, and then the horse arena got rebuilt this past year. So just every year making improvements to make the fair a better place.
All right. Again, Lori Lyons with the Beef Show and the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. And we continue our coverage of the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Beef Show, or Swine Show as well. Again, the Beef Show will start up at 9 o'clock tomorrow.
If you take a minute and you think of the people that were here on your side, supporting and helping, and moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas, it's what it's all about. Soak it all in. And the best part, I got to tell my wife growing up on not raising livestock, was we're raising kids. And this is why we're all here. This is why we're all doing this. And we're raising kids, not livestock. Any species, any part of the country. Guys like Bob here support it, and we thank you there as well. Our local Lodi Fair starts tomorrow, and we move in tonight. But we live and breathe and do this 24/7, 365. And the hog industry, the livestock industry, with families all over the country. But no, I just had to make a long story short and why we do this, and it was an honor to come back and do this with my daughter in our second year at Chippewa and sort out these barrows. We're excited to see them come back out. We want to fire them up again. This is going to get pretty real here right now, so we want to give them one more look, and we're going to select our grand, and then we're going to do our gilt deal for our overall. It's a fun part to sort these out and see them all together in a class. And it is a different view from the ringside versus when you get on top of these hogs. And then when they come back, sometimes they disappoint you. And sometimes they look better. And it came down to maybe what our weights were. Not what the names were. They got one guy against 5 girls. That's not good odds for you, buddy. And that wasn't part of it at all, I can promise you. But I see a lot of smiling faces on however many this shakes out. But we thought it was very easy for us on how some things that come together, that the coolest barrow in Chippewa County is right here. Good job. Loved a lot of things about this hog. And it's not the haircut, but man, when you see him out there with that goat beard, he's a cool dude. I'd like to clean him up a little bit, but you get on top of this guy, he is incredible. I don't know if it's pure luck or if it's a lot of work. I know it is. To keep that much together and put it in motion and drive them at a young age, you might not ever have another one like this in your life. But for you to have your day, you deserve it. That's the best hog here today that we've seen in the barrel show. For reserve, we thought it was second. It came down to a couple that were right there, not taken away from our lightweights on just a few things, on keeping that look together, keeping everything in motion. They're not, that was a tough class. That one just, and he comes out here and he looks better. He got a little crisper. It is a hot day. Even for me, I'm sweating, dude. So it's hard to keep it all together. We got one that's built for speed. We got one that I love the color pattern, the light cross. Might be want to clean them up a little bit. It's the problem, but the goal and the hardest thing to do as a breeder. There's not a perfect hog in the country, and it's so hard to put that together. So on that note, we just thought that this guy right here was the second coolest barrel, Chippewa County. So congratulations. I don't have any fancy glitter or anything like another judge in the country does, but that's the show. We can't wait to see the gilts come back out here.
For our market barrows, the champion hog was presented by Kendall Knox and the reserve champion by Aubrey King. Let's give them a big round of applause. We will now be bringing back our champion and reserve champion gilt.
So it's time to have our overall champion and reserve champion as well. And so coming back out into the ring from our gilts, Brianna Freed with the champion gilt and Marguerite Frank with the reserve champion gilt. And for our barrows, it'll be Kendall Knox with our champion and Aubrey King with the reserve champion barrel. So it's time for all the marbles here at the Hog Show here at the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. And I'm Brian Winnekins from WRDN Radio. We appreciate you joining us on our video stream today. And
so the next step of this is going to be picking the grand champion market animal overall, as well as the reserve champion market animal. Obviously with the gilts, with the barrels, and we're going to be doing the grand champion next. I want to remind the exhibitors, once the grand champion is selected, I'm going to ask you to go to the photography and meet Lisa there for your official picture. And then obviously we'll do the reserve as well too. She will be here all day today. We appreciate her beyond everything as long as she's here helping us out. Please also get your picture taken of your market animal if you are selling a swine animal for the auction. But she will be here for the sheep show as well as here tomorrow too. So we appreciate her being here. Be patient. She's great at what she does. She's doing a lot, wearing many hats, so we appreciate that. But when the grand champion is selected, please go to the photography area for your official picture. Also, friendly reminder, showmanship heats are on the door of the Coliseum office. Please make sure we're looking at the heats. Seniors will be going first, and we encourage all the younger exhibitors to come in here ringside and learn from the best that we have. A lot of experience, a lot of showmanship skills, a lot of questions you can certainly ask from those who are around you watching, but learn from those who are proven experienced leaders.
Again, coming up right now is we'll be doing our overall champion of the Swine Show. Again, Kendall Knox and Aubrey King with the champion and reserve champion barrows, along with Brianna Freed and Marguerite Frank with the champion and reserve champion gilts. And then we'll find out who our overall champion is, and then we'll step away and be back tomorrow morning at about 8:55 with the Beef Show. Here from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Again, please thank all of our sponsors that we've talked about this morning as well. Without their help, we wouldn't be here today, so please give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting our video streams. Also, let the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Board know your appreciation for these video streams. And thank you to the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Board as well for allowing us and helping us out to be able to provide these streams to you today. Welcome, Dylan Montana checking in our Facebook feed. Again, wherever you might be watching us from on our Facebook page, let us know in the comments section where you're watching us from this morning. WRDN is your home for farm news and markets throughout the day. We have 7 hours of farm programming Monday through Friday on WRDN. We kick it off with the WRDN Morning Farm Report from 5 to 7 a.m. We have the overnight market updates, farm news, also dairy news with Susan Littlefield with Inside Dairy, and also newsmaker interviews too, along with some great classic country music. That's the WRDN Morning Farm Report from 5 to 7. Hourly market updates at about 35 past the hour during the 9, 10, and 11 o'clock hours. The Noon Farm Show with the noon market update and more is during right after our local news and sports update during the noon hour. Then it's our agriculture afternoons from 1 until 3. We have AgriTalk. The first hour from 1 until 2 is with Chip Flory about the latest news and issues affecting rural America. From 2 until 3, Michelle Rook is in with hour 2 of AgriTalk, and it's all about the farm markets for the day. Then from 3 until 4, Jesse Allen in with AOA, more news and issues affecting rural America. During the 4 o'clock hour, after our 4 o'clock news update, Susan Littlefield is in with Market Talk as she interviews some of the market analysts from around the country to have a review of the markets and the news behind those market moves throughout the day. You can listen at 1430 AM, 107.3 FM, and online at our website at realcountry1430.com.
What a drive here to have to round out our hog show before we get to take a break and then the showmanship side of things. So very easy for us, and why I struggle at poker sometimes to just tell you what I see. But when you see something in class that really hits you and you never forget it, if it's at a national show, a local show, or in your backyard, we've been privileged to be in the backyard with a lot of good ones, and it's hard to find the great ones. So that's the hardest part for us here today, is to sort that out. And we got girls against boys. We've been beat by a lot of good gilts. We've had a lot of good barrows. And what we have here today, I'm proud of every single one of these. and it's all girls again. Oh, man. No, I'm the guy in the show ring. This is quite a privilege, and it's for some kids, it's their first time. They might not ever win, or their second time, but it doesn't really matter. Our job is to come here and to pick out the best hogs, gilts, boys, colors, and it was pretty easy us to decide your champion at Chippewa County is right here. That is an incredible hog, not just ringside. There's not a bad view. I just want to take her home and breed her. I'm going to photobomb again here. I get that? That's my good side. No, that's a hog that should be very proud of, not just to show and represent in the breeder and as a family and grandma and grandpa. That one can go in a big ring and dance anywhere in the country, not just here today. But easy champion for us here today. And for reserve, it got a little closer than maybe you think. And you were right there with the gilt in class and the grand drive, and to be reserve and to be reserve and to be the champion. You're never out of contention. You're the last four standing at a demolition derby. But the reserve champion today is right here in this barrel. Congratulations. Congratulations.
The grand champion market hog is presented by Brianna Freed, and the reserve grand champion is presented by Kendall Knox. Let's give them a big round of applause. Now we're going to be taking a 10-minute break in between the market classes and showmanship, and then we'll start with our senior showmanship class.
And so, again, that's going to wrap things up here from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair. Congratulations to our grand champion, Brianna Freed, with the grand champion hog, and Kendall Knox with the reserved grand champion hog here from the Northern Wisconsin State Fair Swine Show today. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the Junior Beef Show, and our coverage will begin tomorrow morning at about 8:55 or so. Again, on our streaming video service at realcountry1430.com, at our website. Also on our Facebook page at WRDN 1430 AM stereo and 107.3 FM. And also on our YouTube channel at Duran Broadcasting WRDN. From the Northern Wisconsin State Fair, I'm Brian Winnikins. Have a great Tuesday.